Here we are in my place in Techmodius, and as you can see, it's all technified. There's so much tech here.
You did tell me we would come here eventually.
Yeah, and of course, reminiscent of my extreme gear shoes, you can see that very efficiently.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, well, let's see. Okay, there's a juice section. Okay. Oh, there's a new. Oh, I better check that out. I want to see who made the front page this week. Let's see.
Okay.
Ooh, there's 3 types. Let's see. There's blueberry. There's there's strawberry, and no, the top one's orange juice. No, and Angie, she's gonna want orange juice. I'll get 2 for. No, you know what? Not 2, 3 for us.
Yay!
Process through. Process. There drops 1. And there drops 2. And drops 3. Okay, I'm at the. Oh crap! I don't know how the hell I'm gonna carry all 3 at once like that. Alright, you know what? The genius that is the psychokinetics. I'll just hold the 3 of them on top of my head. At least until I can get them to AG. So yeah, you can see my powers in effect. You see 3 bottles floating above my head. Let's see. Okay, that's just a place that's been run down. Now this is the one I'm always looking forward to every week. Who made the front news? Let's see. This. Lindia made the freaking front news. So I wonder why. Let's see. She did. Yeah, I'm not finishing that. I'm not finishing that. Yeah, I can't say that in front of my son here. Now. Oh, that's actually pretty good. But so who the hell decided it would be a good idea to leave drinks right for the store, let alone not guard it? Who's the idiot that did this?
I don't know. They look like they're closed, I think. Because it's barricaded.
Let me figure out which one this is. Yep. That is that. Yeah, I'm not touching that. You see, son, this right here is what you call a bad drink, because it has a little certain A word right in the front. And considering it's a street drink, you don't want to touch that because it has some bad stuff that some people like to put in, and it'll harm you if you consume it, especially if it's not one by a usual. Yeah, this is not a brand that you would see. This is just someone made this at house, and yeah, that just isn't gonna work. Especially if it's not guarded. It's like they want people to fall for it. But whereas this is the bad stuff, this right here's the good stuff. The freaking street food vendors, respect. Especially if it's good ones. These are the good ones. I don't know why this is a label there. There's weird labels here. Yeah, it's just some weird labels. But yeah, this is like street food stuff. This is the good stuff. This is the ones you want. Let's see. Yeah, there's just some mechanical parts. Yeah, there's just a lot of tech here. That's the bar. You're not going in there. I'm not allowing you to go in there.
Well,
We do.
well, Steve took me to one. We didn't really get any alcohol drinks. We just got soda and food.
Yeah. I'm surprised you know what alcohol is, considering how young you are. I'm surprised you know what that is. But that's what I was talking about over there. That stuff, that's bad alcohol because it might be house made and it might have bad stuff, and you don't want that.
Yeah, Steve taught me a little bit of it. He told me to stay away from those drinks.
Yeah, you're not old enough, and that is just the bad stuff. More street food. Yeah, there's just a lot of street food stuff. There's like a lot of tech stuff here. And it looks like they're talking about the daily news. Yeah, I'm ignoring that. It's always the weather. It's always about what Eggman's trying to do. It's always the same BS. This is one of the. Looks like they're working on something. I think we're gonna have to cut through here and check out the other side if we can. Yes, we can. Can you bring those 3 bottles over here? There we go.
You sure it's safe over here?
This is not one of those bad alleyways, trust me. Plus, this one is too small to even call an alleyway. When
Okay.
I find one, I will definitely show you what an alleyway looks like and why. I think I might just found it. Let me see. Is this the one I'm talking about? Is this what I'm talking about? Nope, it's too short. Too short. But yeah, there's just a lot of places you can do here, and mind you, this is just Metal City. It's one of the biggest cities in Techmobius. There's plenty of other cities too, but you have to travel by one of the new mono trains. A new thing they just made for Techmobius to get around.
Oh.
Yeah, you have to take it by the mono trains, and I believe a station's like right to the left. And usually it's departure by different cities, so it just varies. It looks like they're building a gym here. Yeah, I can see a bunch of the. Wait, it's a. Okay, yeah, this is a gym place. I recognize one of these places. Yeah, but
It
they're
looks
still
like
building it.
it's security.
I mean, bad people want to bring weapons and hurt people, so they install these. And because of technology. Because of technology, security is really tight, so it is really hard to
That's
commit
understanding.
a bad crime with a weapon. I mean, obviously there's still crime here, but it's really not as severe as people think it would be, considering of the tight security and such. Let's see, what else do we have here?
He got weapons too, but he only uses it for bad guys.
Exactly, he should be using it for the purpose of defending people, not to hurt people. Because if he hurts people, yeah, you don't want the zone cops here. Because the
What's
zone
a
cops
zone cop?
It depends on what universe you're in, but the zone cops in my universe, they are like the police officers. They're like the regular police officers. Yeah, sometimes we help the zone cops here and there, and in return they help us when it comes to the villains, trying to take down Metal City.
I've been trying my best to make everyone feel better. Even Auntie LB. LB told me something. That something was wrong with Mom, but
Yeah.
I thought she told me that something's wrong with Mama.
Yeah, she is not feeling well right now. Let's see. Is there any other place I can take you? Let's see. I'm trying to figure out. Let's see. And this is the recycling stuff. This is where they just take care of the recycling stuff. No big deal. That's not it. Let's see.
I like these cars. The cars are so big.
Yeah, we do have a lot of these, but those are for the people that can't ride extreme gear. We do have a few people like that, but I'd say about 90% of this world, people ride extreme gear. These are just like, I guess for a better sense, people. I'd say people that are like of the elderly that can't ride the extreme gear as well. They ride these big cars.
Sense.
Yeah, because obviously the elderly they can't. You need a lot of balance with Obviously, there's a couple elderly people that can still ride extreme gear, which surprises me to the fullest. I will tell you that much. But obviously, most of the elderly, they stick with the futuristic vehicles, so that way they could still get around, Metal City, but don't require extreme gear to, get around and such. But whatchamacallit?
I always hear you go on missions a lot.
Yeah. We just go to like random places in Techmobius or another planet in this universe.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes another universe. Sometimes, but that's kind of rare for Silver. But well, not kind of rare. It's a bit uncommon. Let's see. That's just an ATM. I don't know why they put. That's like a random place to put an ATM. More new stuff. Yeah. This is boring stuff. Wait, hold on. Is this what I'm talking about? Oh no, that's just digital implants, and I believe we just reached the dead end. Yeah, this is a dead end. This is just a house. Yeah, this is just a regular house. This is a regular house. Yeah, but
I like their car. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, there are a lot of cars here. yeah, we gotta turn back. I believe we should head to that street vendor. I think we should get some food there and such. And
yeah, I'm really hungry.
Yeah, and we could take one of the
really can get something for Mama.
Yeah, true. And then we could go on one of the mono trains and take you to like another city where it has a good place.
Mm.
Yeah, it's pretty. It's a lot of stuff happening. Yeah. And it's just oh, there's a burger shop. I didn't even see that there.
Burger.
I believe it's is it in this entrance? Is it? Nope, that's just I don't know what the hell that is. Why do they leave these here? Why do they leave these containers here? Man, these idiots, I swear. Idiots, I tell you. They just pick stuff up and then just leave them there. Idiots, I tell you. Alright, bye.
Oh, that's technology.
Oh yeah, it's right here. We just order and then they just give it to us right then and there. Alright, let's order up and then I'll take you on one of the mono trains and then go someplace to I guess eat our food and such.
Okay.
And then we'll go check up on Mom later.
Mm.
Alright, let's I believe the bell's right there. Alright, let's order up.
Yay!
Well, good burger places always do well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and this is one of the Soul Kingdom's beaches, which they do have one of the nicest beaches in Tech Mobius. They stand out above the rest. It's nice for Blaze to at least reserve a little bit of this spot for at least a couple hours before we go check up on Mom. This poor Mom's probably missing me at this point.
I know she misses me too when I go away.
Yes, and knowing her, she probably would. She probably would miss you.
Alex?
Yeah, kid?
How do you really feel about me?
What do you mean by that?
Well, I know that being I guess, father wasn't really easy for you. Because I can tell that.
It isn't. Yeah, it isn't.
I can tell that, I can tell that you kind of struggle a little bit. But I'm not complaining. It's just I notice you struggle a lot. That you're not used to being a pop. Because we're not really, blood related.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I guess that's... I mean, especially at a young age, too, like 21 years old, and... like, it's kind of, it's kind of a bit challenging, because, like, I just started adulthood, and, I'm trying to, figure out what else I want to do, because, I could technically do, crew member stuff for the rest of my life, but, there's also other stuff I can do in Techmobius, like, be an actor, voice actor, work at a restaurant or some stuff. Like, there's a lot of possibilities in Techmobius.
Do you really see me as a son?
Yes, of course I do. It's just still taking me a bit because, it's, it all happens so fast, and, to think that, we started doing all this stuff, and, it's kind of insane how all this started. And then here we are.
That's understanding. I'm not complaining. It's just I wonder that sometimes. I guess that's been... Sometimes I wonder if maybe you get uncomfortable around me. No. If I was, I would not have agreed to adopt you in the first place. Really?
I mean, take an example from this. Take a look at me and Courtney. Look at her. She didn't trust me at first when I met her. Even though she was my little sister, she didn't trust me at first. Like, she was a bit resilient, but thanks to Mom's help and thanks to, me earning her trust, now look at her. Now, like she trusts me more than anything in this whole universe right now. Oh, I was too.
when,
You ain't the only one.
well, I was scared. The reason why I was scared was because, well, I never really, secondly, I never really had a father figure in my life that was good to me.
I do feel that. Me and my dad are not exactly on good terms right now. We've had plenty of fights this year.
You have?
Oh yeah, it's not fun. Especially considering the fact that when I met him last year, he was, I thought he would be, well, considering the fact I never knew who my parents were,
You thought
let
he would
alone
be
a little
happy
sister.
to see you?
He was at first. Then events happened, and now he just turned into a typical Saiyan. He just wants me to train all day when I don't want to. I mean, yeah, I like training, I like sparring, I like fighting, but every day? No, that's just tiring. But yeah, I'm trying my best to hold on to hope, but at some point, there's gonna be a point
That's
where
what
I'm gonna.
Mama was saying.
What'd she
Mama was
say?
saying. She was saying the same thing that you just said. That sometimes that there's moments that you do it too with training. You want me to get stronger and all that.
Yeah, I do, but just not this young of age. Maybe when you start growing up a little bit, then yeah, I'll push you a little bit, but not super extreme, but just a little bit. But you're still young, you're still trying to get used to the world, and that's exactly what a child should do: have a childhood and learn stuff in the world. But yeah, but
At first,
yeah, like yeah.
at first when I saw you, I thought you were Sonic because you were blue.
Trust me, you are not the first person to say that. You are not the first one.
I thought at the time that I didn't know how I would feel. I didn't hate you. It's just I didn't know how I should feel with, the how I would feel that having a dad that is basically mixed with Sonic and Silver and Shadow, which I never met a Shadow or Silver, I think. But Sonic, I know.
Well,
I
when you
just
get the
didn't know how to
chance,
feel.
when you get the chance to know my universe a little more, I'll show you the crew members. Right now, they've been in the HQ working on stuff, but I can't exactly bring you in because you're not exactly of a crew member. So I can't exactly just bring you in willy-nilly. Otherwise, Silver's gonna interrogate me, and Silver is so harsh when it comes to interrogating. He is crazy, but he means well with it. He's supposed to do stuff like that because he doesn't want randos walking into HQ, and stuff. But yeah, but like what I was saying, like at some point, like I said, I'm trying to hold out much for my dad, but at some point I'm gonna snap. I don't know. I hope it's not soon. But
you should tell him.
You don't think I've been trying? He's stubborn. He just listens to himself a lot.
But you are too, Pop.
Not stubborn to the point where I don't listen, but that's him.
That's not what I mean. I mean, just like what you tell me, you gotta make them listen to you. Even if they're in their head thinking, oh, I'm going to just listen to whatever I want in my head.
You sound exactly like me when you say that, and I hate it. I hate that. But you do have a point, like I get what you mean, but at the same time, there was a reason why my mom and dad are divorced. I don't know. I mean, I somewhat know the reason, but at the same time, I feel like there's still things that just mom hasn't said yet. But I know why. She just doesn't want to say her reasonings and stuff, like, out loud and stuff. Not to mention to her own child, especially, like, especially if, like, maybe there's certain things that maybe the kids shouldn't know about a divorce. And I feel that.
Well, you're grown now.
I mean, yeah, but how parents are. They get worried and such. I'm pretty sure if I tell my mom why, she's gonna get worried.
I think the reason why is because they still see you as their baby.
That's my mom. She's so like that. She always says that.
That's like Mama. She even said it doesn't matter how old you get, you're always gonna be my little baby.
That's exactly what my mom says every time. All the time. Even to a 21-year-old and a 21-year-old son and a 19-year-old daughter, she still says the same thing.
Papa?
Yes, son?
Why has Mama been down lately?
Events happened. It's her story. I can't say for her, but events happened. Stuff happened, and yeah, her throat is messed up. Trust me, I'm just as worried as anyone.
I get why LB told me a little bit.
Yeah,
hurt Mama. I feel bad that I wasn't there to protect my mommy.
How do you think I feel? I wasn't there to protect her, and she's my girl. How do you think I feel? And LB? She's probably the worst example. The last time I saw her was a few days ago, and my God, it took me holding her down with psychokinesis and shutting her mouth with my psychokinesis to even get her to listen. And that's just me trying to talk to her to get her to listen. That's just, jeez. But I love LB like a sister-in-law. She means well though. She acts a little different than AG though. But she means well with what she does.
I kind of figured something really bad happened.
Like what do you think?
How I feel about it is that Mommy got hurt really badly. And
she did.
It makes me sad to not hear my mommy. I miss her singing.
I know. I miss her too. She's had to skip out a few gigs, and because of what she went through, she unfortunately had her throat messed up, and she couldn't attend. I still went there on her behalf, but it just didn't feel the same.
I kind of found out by accident.
How though? How'd you find out?
When one of the nights that Mama got up to get something to drink, and I saw her crying and saw you two talking.
Oh, I remember that night. She had a bad episode that night. I'll leave it at that.
Yeah, I wanted to go comfort her, but I knew if I told you, I'm not saying I didn't want to lie. I just wanted Mama to get better, but I didn't want her to worry.
I think even if she had her throat messed up, she still cared for you. Even if you were hurt, she just wouldn't care about her own throat to just take care of you, knowing her.
But that's the thing. Seeing Mama like that, seeing anyone I care for, including Steve. That's why sometimes I have to push myself to get stronger.
I was the same way when I was a teenager. I was the same way. But you're still a kid, and I don't want you to. I mean, yeah.
I might be a kid, but I am strong.
You are strong. You definitely are. I'm giving you credit for that, but I don't want you to push yourself so much to the point where your body's gonna break. That's the one thing I don't want. Sure, do I want to see you get stronger? Almost swear there. Absolutely, yes, I do want to see you get strong, but like, I don't want you to push yourself so hard to the point where your body's about to break. That's what I don't want. And this is coming from someone who's a Saiyan hedgehog.
But, but you also have Muse as well, from what Mommy told me.
Angelic blood, yes, from my mom's side, because she was born in '84, and she's yeah, she's you'll get to know her when the time comes. But right now, I'm trying to deal with the situation with my dad, and I'm trying to deal with having to have Courtney be in therapy because of my dad.
Papa?
Yeah.
Hmm,
Oh.
never change who you are.
Ditto to you.
Hmm.
Soon you'll see your aunt. You'll see Auntie Courtney soon. When she has the right mentality and when she's a lot better, you'll get to see her.
I bet she's a nice person.
She is. She's a little shy. She's a little she's a little shy to meet someone new here and there, but she's very nice once you get to know her and gain her trust. She's easy to talk to.
I am shy too.
It looks like you both can get along with that.
Don't worry, Mama. We'll be on the way soon.
Yeah. I know she'll recover soon. It'll just be a matter of time.
And then we'll get strong. We'll be strong to protect Mama.
Yeah. Agreed. But for now, I'd say we just take care of her and make sure we can do what we can.
Okay, Papa.
I'd say we head back home and rest up, because I think we've had plenty of a good day of ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
So let's head back home, and I'll go check up on AG and see if she's okay.
I heard today was a holiday.
Like what? What do you think it is?
Father's Day.
Oh, is it? I didn't even realize. I never realized it was today. I completely forgot. I thought it was a normal Sunday for me. It turns out it was a freaking Father's Day. I didn't even realize that.
I think that's why Mommy wanted you to hang out with me.
AG, she's gonna hear from me though, in a good way though, in a good way. But also because she
both of us.
that she was being sneaky about it. So yeah, she'll hear from the both of us. All right, let's get off this port and let's head back home. We'll take one of the mono trains back home.
Okay.
All right.
Happy Father's Day, Papa.
Thanks, son. Let me text up AG and let her know we're heading back home.
Or she's going to panic.
Yeah, knowing her, she probably would. Let's head back to the mono train.